with Krystal Smith, the BC NDP candidate for the Kelowna-Mission riding in the upcoming provincial election. Krystal, we're doing this Zoom because you're down on the coast. Because you're down there, because you're right now on the coast, does it make campaigning difficult for you? I mean, obviously it does a little bit.
Definitely, it does a little bit, but it happens to be a pandemic campaign where most of our campaigning is virtual, and you can chat with people through these platforms like Zoom. So we've been able to work around that for sure.
I guess it kind of levels the playing field too, because all the other candidates are almost in the same position as you are.
For sure. Yeah, I would say that. And folks are having phone calls and conversations over Zoom, or I'm sure that some folks in the community are getting to have a little more access with their candidates out and about in parks and on the street corners and stuff. So I've been working hard to try and talk to folks over the phone as much as possible.
Because we're in the middle of a pandemic, because you've never done this before, because you're, again, out of the riding, why would you get into the political game now as opposed to maybe wait until, things settle down a little bit?
Well, there was some interest for some local folks to run, and nobody really committed and went forward with that. So the party asked me if I would like to run, and they know that I love Kelowna and I would love to live there full time. And I was game. I was like, yeah, for sure. I would love to run and represent the BC NDP and Kelowna-Mission. So that's how we came to this exciting Zoom call today.
I would assume then that this has been on your mind for a while?
I have thought about running in the past, and when this opportunity came up, I was like, you know what, got to jump in with both feet and do it.
As a constituent, obviously you've seen the political side from that angle. Working within government, you've seen politics from that side as well. Can you talk about what you've learned politically working within the NDP ministry?
For sure. I've worked for various number of different New Democrats, whether it's been in constituency offices in the interior or in the Lower Mainland or in John Horgan's government. And the reason I am wanting to be on the BC NDP team and work with John Horgan is that he is the person to lead us through this pandemic. He has been doing a great job, and he puts people first.
In what respect, you say he's done a great job. Let's move on or explore that a little bit. In what respect and what has he done? You think that's allows you to say that?
I would say if we look at long-term care facilities, they were staffed at about 90% when we took office. We have a plan to fix that and hire 7,000 new healthcare professionals and 2,000 of them to work in long-term care facilities to work with our seniors who have been particularly vulnerable during this pandemic. And we've also seen the privatization and cuts that happened under the BC Liberal governments that also affected long-term care facilities with workers who would hobble together hours from multiple facilities just to get full-time work to be able to make ends meet. So they would be working in 2 or 3 facilities, and that puts themselves and patients in a vulnerable position, especially during the pandemic, during COVID-19. And it led to some of the cases that we saw where we saw COVID-19 spreading in those facilities, unfortunately.
On the flip side, we still have more than 1 million people who were working in February and March that are not working right now. Many of those with small businesses, which are also hurting. Do you believe the government has done enough to help small businesses and is going to do enough moving forward?
I do. Like, our economic recovery plan injected 30 million in grants to small and medium businesses with a 10,000 $10,000 top up to tourism operators, which I think is particularly important to Kelowna-Mission and the Okanagan in general. And in the last jobs report, we saw BC add 55,000 jobs. So I think that is a pretty key point to saying that we are doing a great job on economic recovery, and John Horgan and his team are the people to lead us through this pandemic.
Kelowna-Mission, what are the big issues you're seeing in that riding particularly?
I think in Kelowna and Kelowna-Mission in general, like top of mind for people is healthcare, is economic recovery, and particularly tourism. We in Kelowna and in the Okanagan welcome people from all over the world usually. And we hope to be doing that again very soon. This year, it looked a little different with people visiting us from across BC, but we were lucky to see some people come over and enjoy our beaches and our wineries with us this summer. I had a great time myself at a couple of them with my family and friends. So.
When people go to the ballot boxes or go to mark their ballot on October 24th or at one of the advance polls or by mail, and they see Krystal Smith's name, why should they put a check mark beside your name?
I am running because I'm passionate about Kelowna and people and what the BC NDP can offer to the economy and to the province over the next 4 years. So I'm hoping that you will join me and vote for me and vote for John Horgan. That is voting for healthcare. It's voting for sound economic recovery plan. And I think that I'm on the best team that will lead us through the next 4 years.
Krystal Smith, the BC NDP candidate in Kelowna-Mission for the October 24th election. Krystal, thanks for joining us and good luck.
Thank you so much for having me. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.